From Cleveland's most accurate weather team, this is 19 First Alert Plus. Sponsored by the man that makes them pay, Tim Misney.
And it is a 19 First Alert weather day. We're going to take a live look outside really quickly because we got to kind of set it up for you here and to explain to you. It is a beautiful day right now. It will be up until mid-afternoon. But as we talk about, it's sunny. It's getting a little bit more humid. Jeff and Kelly have been saying all morning long, unfortunately, those are really the perfect ingredients to really up the ante when it comes to these storms later this afternoon. In fact, within the last hour, Jeff, we have now been bumped up to a level 3 when it comes to the severity of these storms. We're talking rain, a chance for damaging winds, even a tornado risk is thrown in there.
Yeah, all the elements, everything that you get with a severe weather outbreak, torrential rain, the large hail, potential wind gusts over 70 miles an hour. And as you mentioned, could see a spin up out of the major squall line that we're forecasting here. Sunshine is not good right now, okay? And boy, did we turned humid in the last hour. So that humidity has really gone up. The sunshine, of course, helps to stir things up. That adds to the instability. So it's no big surprise that we got upgraded to now an enhanced risk. So we're going to get to all of that. We're still thinking the highest chance of severe weather will be 4 p.m. To 10 p.m. In that window. Now we'll have a better, more of an exact time on when your town's going to get hit, when these storms first develop west of us. And that'll happen early to mid-afternoon in that period. We're going to be in the 80s today. It's going to be a warm and humid day. We have the sun right now. Of course, it's going to be more cloud cover in the afternoon. And then you can see here 4 p.m., 7 p.m., the thunderstorm icons. That's when things are going to get pretty active. Okay, here you go. And during a little after 9 a.m., we got upgraded to an enhanced risk of severe weather, all of northern Ohio. Okay, we think right here, Toledo, Detroit, this is where things are going to get going initially, at least the real bad stuff. Now, what does a level 3 mean? It's an enhanced risk of severe weather. There's 5 levels of the severe risk. An enhanced risk means there is a good bet that we're going to get some kind of organized severe thunderstorms that'll be rolling through at some point later this afternoon. Now, here's where the front is now. You can see the risk area right here. All of northern Ohio now includes Columbus. Now, look at what's happening here in northern Michigan. We already have development taking place here. We're starting to see that now in around the Traverse City area, Cadillac, Michigan. Seeing some severe weather with that. We've also been keeping an eye on a couple of showers here around the Toledo area so far. That's not really developing into much, but we could see 2 rounds, midday, early afternoon, some scattered stuff, and then I'm going to show you the biggie that we're expecting late day. Yep, it's humid. It's going up. We are muggy right now. Cold front comes through tonight. And then the humidity will start to drop. It's actually going to be a very nice weekend around here. So the timeline, we're mainly dry this morning, scattered showers and storms noon to 4. But then it's after 4 p.m. to about 10 p.m. That's going to be the highest chance of severe storms. All right, updated precision future view. And we have here just a couple of showers and storms. They're going to be widely scattered, I think, with the first batch through early afternoon. But look at what happens by 4 or 5 p.m. crossing the western basin of the lake. Folks, this is a major squall line of storms here at some point late afternoon, early evening. Within this line, this is where you could see wind gusts over 70 at least, a lot of power loss potentially, large hail, of course, the torrential rain, but I'm not that concerned about flooding because this thing's going to be moving. Yeah, when it's over you for about, 15 minutes or so, when it's impacting your town, you're going to be getting blinding rains from this. But it does move along. In fact, by 9, 10 p.m., it'll be out. All right, but the concern is going to be that squall line that'll make its way through the viewing area sometime after 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon through about, let's say, early evening. That's where I think we're going to see the most damage. And then tomorrow, much cooler, isolated showers around, even a little lake effect rain. We can see that here. But tomorrow, after 80s today, we're going to be noticeably cooler tomorrow in the 70s. Okay, so that's pretty much how things are going to go with this system. But Shannon, right there, this is what we're going to be watching late day, early evening. Just watch out. 19 First Alert Weather app will, when that warning or watch is issued from the Weather Service, you'll get it immediately on the 19 First Alert Weather app. We'll take a short break, dive into this more, and show you the payoff once this front comes through. Stay tuned.
I've represented families just like yours for over 4 decades. Listen, if you need me, call me. You know I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out for you.
All right, another look at the timeline for our area. We're going to have 3 meteorologists here this afternoon at least, maybe even 4, depending on how things set up here. So we're going to have you covered. Remember, we start our news on Channel 19 at 3 p.m., 19 News. So we're going to be on the air even before these storms move in. So we're going to be with you from beginning to end here, noon to 4. It's going to be kind of scattered stuff. We can see some stuff popping up in advance of that main squall line here, but it's really going to be the 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. time frame. That's going to be the big threat there. Mid-80s, it's muggy. We stay muggy until late tonight. And even early tomorrow morning, we can have some humidity around. But then cooler tomorrow, mostly cloudy, isolated showers and storms, 76. And then there's the weekend. Okay, so if you're wondering if this is going to linger over the weekend, no. Change in air mass, 78 Saturday, sunny, mostly sunny on Sunday, 81 degrees. And then Tuesday, Wednesday looking pretty dry. Notice how things start to heat up starting Wednesday. I have a hunch the second half of next week is going to get pretty hot around here, where we eventually could be talking about even some 90-degree temperatures here. But we'll worry about that later. First alert we have to get through today, and then we'll worry about the extended forecast.
Yeah, Jeff, one thing at a time, and of course our eyes and attention really on this 19 First Alert Weather Day, because the severity of these storms, you know, we have to take that seriously. That's been bumped up now to, again, a level 3, and the humidity, the heat, you said the humidity has really gone up a lot in like the last hour or so, and
right.
With that sunshine out there as well, that's just really the mixture for these storms and just how much we'll see as far as that severe risk. And I know you said it really depends on, I know when people hear tornado or they hear, you know, wind damage, they may think it's not for their area, but we cover a large area, so it just depends on where you live. But everybody is going to see rain.
This could be one of those systems where everybody in our viewing area gets impacted one way or the other. Mm-hmm. I mean, just by looking at the risk map, everybody is in it, all of our counties.
Yeah.
So this potentially could be a day where every county is under some type of warning. And I'm really glad that you mentioned, don't just focus on the tornado threat, because I'm going to tell you right now, with this type of setup, with this squall line that comes through, it doesn't matter if you're under a tornado warning. You can get just as much, if not more damage from a significant squall line of storms coming through that's impacting more areas and will cause a lot more damage as far as widespread damage is concerned, as opposed to a tornado. Because often a tornado is just a localized area that gets impacted. This is going to be a major squall line that could possibly impact everybody and cause a lot of damage throughout northern Ohio and a lot of power loss.
Yeah, and so of course you said we will have our entire team, really, we'll have 3 meteorologists, maybe even 4, depending on how these things shape up. And the timing on that, as you all have been forecasting, is really this afternoon after 4. Now, the severe weather threat should end, I think you've been saying, around 10, 11 tonight.
Yeah. Right, yeah, this is not going to be an all-night thing. It looks like the way things are shaping up, it's going to be one round of the major, like the significant severe storms.
Okay.
And then what'll typically happen is, let's say a watch is issued, as that line continues to move through, they'll kind of chop off the watches from west to east, the watch counties, whether it's a tornado watch or a severe thunderstorm watch, we'll just have to see. But it looks like by 10 o'clock, by around 10, certainly by 11 o'clock tonight, we think the severe threat will be over. And then, unfortunately, tomorrow morning on 19 News this morning, it's going to be our job. We're going to be on storm damage patrol, and hopefully we'll escape this with minimal severe weather damage. But I just don't like the way things are setting up with the sunshine we're seeing this morning. That's adding to the instability, and there's really no stabilization right now. I have all the ingredients coming together. It's a higher confidence forecast that we're going to be having something bad moving through later today.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Jeff. Our entire 19 First Alert weather team is standing by, of course, to keep you in the know, to make sure that you're safe, your family is safe, and your loved ones are safe across Northeast Ohio. And I know, again, if we take a live look outside, you're wondering, wow, they're really hyping this up. But that is because all of this, if you've been hearing Jeff say and Kelly all morning, this is all the perfect ingredients. It's all mixing together for that kind of perfect storm later this afternoon. The humidity has gone up in the last hour. Of course, it is now warmer, and also the sun has been shining since it rose this morning around 6. So all of that typically on a regular day would seem great, but it is actually kind of helping to fuel those storms. And you just heard Jeff say there's nothing really stabilizing our area right now to help with the severity of these storms. So make sure that you download that 19 First Alert weather app. It is really crucial and critical in days like this, in our First Alert weather days, whether it's for lightning alert, but you're really going to need it because you heard Jeff mention all of the risks when it comes to the severity with this storm. You have torrential rain, you have wind damage, you have maybe the tornado threat as well. So make sure that you download that 19 First Alert weather app. You'll get all of those alerts right to your phone, right to your neighborhood when it's headed your way. And you saw how the system is moving through at what time, and also just the different colors on the map. That also just shows you, hey, this is pretty serious too, and that severity could change throughout the day. So of course we have our entire team standing by throughout the afternoon, early afternoon, throughout the rest of the morning, early afternoon, and while these storms are happening. So make sure you download that First Alert weather app. Make sure you also stay tuned online as well, cleveland19.com. And of course, throughout all of our newscasts on air, if we need to cut into programming, which I know people are not a fan of, but it depends on, what we're seeing at the time, just to make sure that you're safe, and also those that in our area are safe as well. So make sure you tune in. We'll be back on the air on the CW43 at 11, and you'll also be able to catch us on 19 News at 9, and tune in all day long as we continue to keep you covered on this 19 First Alert weather day. We'll take another live look outside. Enjoy the morning this morning as those storms are moving through later this afternoon. For now, I'm Shannon Smith. Have a great day and stay safe out there.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media at Cleveland 19 News.